having a little thing over there. You okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Okay. You want a toothpick or anything?
No,
okay,
I'm
just checking.
quite fine. Thank you very much.
That's Christy Lee. That's Chick McGee. That's Joshy. And welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is Tom speaking. Playing a little bit of musical chairs today. We got a parade of comedians, including J.B. Lissow and Robert Kelly. Now, Robert, were you ever a Bob or were you always a Robert?
I've been everything. I like Robert, but I mean my friends call me Bob. You want to call me? You can call me Bob.
You can call
It's
me
okay.
Bob.
I like
You're right.
Bob.
You're
I
right.
like Bobby with an
Now,
IE.
Jamie, I'm getting Jamie, were you always a Jamie Lissow? Were you a
Jim? Jim?
I was never a Jim. My dad was a Jim.
Okay.
I was always a Jamie. Now and then I was a douche.
Oh, sure.
I was mostly in high school.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I get that a lot now, too. It's funny.
I've been a douche.
Jamie, you live where?
So I live in Alaska.
What?
That's because
Yeah.
where all the clubs are.
Yeah, it's where
You're trying to make it in the business, right?
I really do. As I'm saying it now, it sounds stupid.
Life below zero.
Well, isn't it the audition season, right?
It is. It's pilot season up there.
Yeah.
Bush pilot season.
Sorry, did I ruin that?
No, we both wrote the same joke at the same
Oh, no,
time.
sorry.
No,
That was collaboration.
We both
I
wrote
thought I
it.
ruined it for him.
Not at all. But yeah, I live there, and it's like it is a weird bit of a weird life. I live.
Why do you live up
I
there?
never know when you're telling the truth.
Are you serious?
I'm always, people always think I'm being sarcastic. I'm never
No,
joking.
I think you're lying.
I swear to God.
What
You
town?
live in Alaska.
I do. Like
You
I,
have an Alaska driver's license.
I do have an Alaska driver's license.
What city do you live in?
It's right. I live in Fairbanks, Alaska, so not even Anchorage. Like I lay over in Anchorage.
So you live in the flyover area of Alaska.
God!
I do.
Wow.
Okay.
He lives in Alaska.
Chick, I flew to a gig the other day, and on the way there, we stopped at a village and delivered mail. I swear to God. I go, this does not look like guys. I was dropping something off. It was mail for a village.
Your career is zooming.
Well, why Alaska?
So it's like I was doing a comedy club up there, and I met the owner of the club, and he was talking to this like really cute girl, and when she walked away, I go,
boy.
dude, who is that? And he goes, that's
Who's
my
that
daughter.
girl with a face?
And I go, no, cool. I was just asking who everybody is.
That's right. I need
Who
to know
is that? And who's that over there? I'm not trying to bang anybody. I'm just wondering, getting the lay of the land.
I want to get a feel.
Yeah, I was asking if this is how I talk before shows. I had jaw surgery. But yeah, so I ended up like
Yeah, jaw surgery.
that's like exactly happened like that, and then I married the girl, and
Really?
she's been wanting to move back there. I wanted to live in L.A. and she wanted to live in Alaska, and so we compromised and we live in Alaska. And I just make it work, man. But it's one of those things where it's like another world. And so when I'm home, I am home, and when I'm working, I'm working.
Do you like it then?
I honestly love
I
it.
just met someone the other day who had just moved back from Alaska. She loved it up there. And I was kind of
A
surprised.
lot of blubber up there. A lot of
There's
oil.
a lot of blubber, which I think is why my chances to date her were so good. That was one of the only-
You're the guy without tribal tattoos on your face?
So I was at the gym with my buddy the other day, and he goes, "Hey, dude, we should finish off our workout with abs." And I'm like, "Who's ever gonna see him? Like, why would we even? That makes no sense."
I like the guy with the teeth.
Yeah,
What? Do you live
Jamie
in a
Lissow
village?
is our guest. Jamie, and now living in Alaska. Where did you grow up?
so I grew up in upstate New York.
Okay.
And
So it's
then,
cold. You got that going for you.
It was definitely cold, yeah, and then just moved to Alaska. Literally decided, you have a family and you're just trying to make it work doing comedy. And I just said, what would happen if I just did everything my wife wanted for real? Like, what if I just tried to make her happy? And it's kind of worked out. And like, we're very different. Like, we have these different. She has almost like an Alaskan because she grew up there. We have different parenting styles. Like, I'm this overprotective, like worried dude, and she's more like let the kid do something and then he'll never do it again. That's like the way she feels. Like the other day, literally, there's a boiling pot of water on my stove, and my kid's about to touch it. And I go, dude, watch out, boiling water. And my wife goes, hey, if he touches it, he'll never do it again. And I go, you know what? I don't doubt that. But I feel like with my way, he'll still have like a face with skin. Jim, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree with you that when the nub will be a reminder.
How old is he?
Yeah.
So I have a 9-year-old boy, a 6-year-old girl, and a 3-year-old boy.
Aw.
All right, we're in the same league here.
Yeah?
So you've been married a while.
I have been married like 15 and 3 kids. And so I don't know if you get this, but sometimes, like, I had a buddy go to me. He goes, now you have so many kids. Like, do you have a favorite? which you know as a parent, like
Yeah, you
you
can't
No.
do.
Oh yeah.
Of course you do.
I'll just tell you, guys. It's my neighbor's kid. He's just
Coolest
adorable.
guy.
Awesome.
I don't know if he was raised differently or what. I don't know if you guys. I want to show you. I don't know if you can put this on your site or something. But this is my Alaska picture, and people tell me they don't believe that I
That
live
is-
in
I gotta
Alaska.
see that.
Wait, what is it? I can't see it.
It's a
It's,
moose.
what does it
Oh,
say?
it's a
Picture.
moose.
This is my
It's not
wife.
just a moose.
It's on the patio.
It's on the patio. Yeah.
So there's
Oh
a
my
picture of my
God.
wife holding our.
Look at that.
Our
Okay, so
baby.
your wife is holding a toddler, and right outside the window is a gigantic moose.
I don't think there are any small moose. I think that's
Could be-
that might be
could
a
be a
smaller
baby moose.
That might be a
Can I
smaller
just apologize how bad I'm at radio? I just showed you a picture and you
but
had
it's
to
good.
no,
explain
that's
it.
great.
I apologize.
I'm a big
Did he
moose
just
fan.
stand there? Did he try to get in, or was he just waiting for a carrot? What is he doing?
He was eating the dog food, and so it's funny. I posted that, and some guy on Facebook wrote like, "What a douche! Like you can't just enjoy a moose. You gotta like take a picture." He was there every day. This is like the 7th day.
You finally go, okay,
Wow.
I'll take your picture.
Yeah, I'll-
Jesus. Jeez. Will you leave now?
The moose is actually taking this. You can see a hoof in the corner. It's
I live in New York. I have the same photo with a robber standing out with a gun out in front of my window. Same exact photo.
Do you guys watch the Alaska reality shows like Life Below Zero and all those, or just laugh?
They're in it.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
we just look right into the camera.
Or Bush Pilot or whatever.
You
they-
don't watch because it's. You know what the worst thing about living in Alaska is talking about like how horrible it is for a comedy career. It's like you go to the vet and like your vet has their own show.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their own show. I'm a comedian. These guys are like, oh yeah, the guy at the family down the road has going into season 2.
Yeah, Alaskan State Troopers.
Oh
There's
my
there's a
gosh.
dozen shows in Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah, comedy must be weird up there, right? I mean, like no cameras, no videos, no dogs in the room.
Yeah, completely.
Please leave your moose at home.
Yeah.
What is the name of the comedy club in Alaska?
So it's really more of a venue. So it's like
Because usually it's some kind of unfortunate wordplay.
yeah.
You
It's
know.
not really a club.
No, it's a Chili's.
It's more of a,
Yeah, see, thank you.
It's all
That's what I was going for. Usually it's some kind of, something insulting mental health.
It's an
hey,
old
it's
country
Zadies.
buffet.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's schizos. Nothing funnier than the mentally ill.
But it's a real comedy club from 8 to 10 p.m. on Fridays. It's called Kodiak Jacks is the name of the club.
Kodiak
cool.
Jacks.
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
good. Makes sense.
There's I tell you what
Do you
kind
do
of
comedy because sometimes it's light out all day.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're doing comedy at like 10 and it's light out, correct?
yeah, and when you bomb, you need the darkness.
Yeah, you do.
Like going outside after a terrible
of,
show.
The cover of darkness.
It's like bombing and it's 5 o'clock out in the parking lot, and everybody's like, "There he is! He's right there. Getting those are his dogs."
It's the guy with the teeth again.
That's Mr. Suck right there.
Once again, welcome. This is the Bob and Tom program. We are talking with comedian Jamie Lissow and Robert Kelly. 2 Americans, one living in Alaska, which is part of America, but you don't really know
It
that
is.
much.
You don't meet a lot of people from Alaska
Yeah, and I feel like people
in these parts.
You're right, and I think people sort of forget about Alaska sometimes. Like I know you guys remember when North Korea did the nuclear missile test and they shot it up in the air, and then the physicist like did a calculation to see like how far it could get, like how close to us the missile could get. I don't know if you remember what they said, but they go, "Hey, don't worry, guys. It could just hit Alaska." And everyone was like, "Oh my God, thank God." That was so close.
That was close.
Because it really is an afterthought. If you think of like any infomercial you've ever watched where you want to like buy the thing, at the very end, say it's even like a Snuggie, something stupid. At the very end, they come on and go,
Prices.
offer not valid in Alaska
Or
Hawaii.
prices slightly higher. in
Or
Alaska,
prices
Hawaii.
slightly higher.
Yeah, because it takes a 1,000 years to get there. It takes 5 dogs, 5 planes, a horse and mule, and then like,
And a
some old
moose.
lady with a cat has to bring your mail.
Bobby, I swear to God, overnight delivery in Alaska is 3 days. Like, you know, when you
not bad.
overnight something, it doesn't
Really?
really get there.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
3 days?
Not
It's
bad.
Alaska.
Not too bad.
40
is-
years ago, it would have been 12 weeks.
Yeah, somebody would have died on the way there. You have to bring 2 people because someone's not going to make it.
I thought it would have been cool if when the president made the announcement about North Korea, I thought it would have been cool if he came out and said, like, just want to let everybody know we are safe from nuclear missile attack from North Korea. And then another guy ran out and said, offer not valid in Hawaii or Alaska.
Don't forget.
I have to admit, I had to look up where Fairbanks, Alaska was because I wasn't really sure on the map of Alaska.
I should have done that before I agreed to move there.
Yeah, I think you should have.
It's in the interior.
It's right in the. It is not. It's right there. Like,
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
That's where all the crab boats go.
They
right?
can't. The boats can't get there.
They can't even get there.
There's
right in the
no
middle.
water.
It's not on the sea. If that's
No,
what you're
it's in the interior
Oh, sorry.
part of the
That's how
state.
dumb I am. That's why I didn't grow the hair like that. Because I'm.
Did not.
I didn't know. That's why I had to lose.
very
Do you have to? Is there like a series of clubs, or is it just the one Chili's? Is there?
Do you have to take an ice
Is
road
there
truck?
like a bush pilot thing where you got to fly to? Well, you got a night at the igloo. Oh, is that the name of the club? No,
It's an
no, it's an igloo.
You're almost exactly right. It's just different venues. That's like the only club, and then you have to have so much new material because everyone's they've already seen you. Like that's why traveling is so great because you can take your hour like different places. There, you just that's it. Like
No. I know that they have 50 words for snow up there. Do they have 50 words for bombing?
yeah, there's a lot of bombing up
The
there.
indigenous peoples.
So I looked up about Fairbanks.
What's it say?
Fairbanks is a
first-
lot further north than I thought.
Yeah.
Farther,
Like,
farther
the
north.
first thing it says, the Fairbanks area is home to just over 100,000 hardy souls.
Doesn't even say people.
People,
Hardy souls. That
Hardy
includes the
souls.
Grizzlies. That includes the Norwals.
Am I correct? The only time they use the word souls, usually in a newspaper, is when a ship has gone down.
Yes, yeah.
Well, they lost 1,700 souls.
Wow, Jamie, you're really up there.
Yes.
I've made a huge mistake. Thank you guys for finally telling me.
She must be the hottest person in Alaska.
Fairbanks.
Like literally Miss
Fairbanks
Alaska.
is known for
Yeah.
dog mushing, northern lights, and its extremes of light, dark, warmth, and cold.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, the northern lights are the ones on the porch next to that moose. Want to see the northern lights? Flip the switch.
How warm will it get?
It gets to be around. It'll be 80 degrees.
Oh, okay. Very
For
nice.
2 days.
For those 2 days are the nicest days.
And it's
That's when everyone requests off of work.
it's
those 2
4
days.
hours.
Show me the map, Christy. 'cause-
It's
no.
4 hours behind us.
Yeah.
It's another hour. It's Pacific plus an hour.
Okay. Now, can you see Russia from your house?
You cannot, but it is
From your
right there.
house,
Look,
you
it's
know,
right there.
I'm
is,
I'm
yes.
startled as how
If I had a 2-story, maybe.
how close South Korea is. I mean, there's the Fairbanks is the orange, and then South Korea. It's like it looks like it's 80 miles on this map, but it's not. It's
right.
right there.
I think you could hit Hawaii easier, but it's a smaller target. So
Sure.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's why they're going for Alaska.
I think Jamie's a spy. I don't think he's a comic. I think he's a spy for North Korea. I think.
It really is like this balance, though, because you have the darkness and stuff, and there's lots of suicide and some depression, and then you have when it's really bright, and that's when they find all the bodies.
Really?
It gets to
very
minus
nice.
62 degrees, it says in this story.
God.
It does. You guys want to hear something even crazier? This is when chick's gonna think I'm definitely lying. So.
Okay.
When I was driving to Alaska, I had to bring all my stuff from Austin, Texas, and so we drove our
You
cars up.
lived in Austin and moved to Alaska.
The coolest
Coolest
place to
city in
live
the
in this
world?
country.
Yeah. It's hot all year round.
It's
literally beautiful.
gorgeous. Okay.
I feel like if I had come on the Bob and Tom show before I had moved, I would have never done it. Like if you had flipped that map around.
I'm remembering now. I told you I had seen you a while. And I asked somebody, "Where's Jamie?" And they go, "He moved to Alaska." And I go, "Shut up!" And walked. This was like 2 years ago.
Is she a gypsy? How did she?
Are you under some spell?
What?
Oh my goodness.
So you
listening
drove
to-
from Austin to Fairbanks.
With a U-Haul or
So yes, I had this U-Haul.
How long a drive is that?
It's so far.
seriously?
Do
How
they
long,
let you
how long
rent
did it
one
take?
way to
I'm going to say 4 days.
I'm going to say 6.
I think it took around 9 days.
Oh my gosh, that was
So none of us
so
win.
low.
Please tell me you forgot something.
So you
Did you have to wait for the road to freeze over to make the trip? Like, is it?
the water. So so we're on our way there.
Oh my
So
God.
she's with you.
You know what's killing me? It's killing me that it didn't occur to me in 9 days what a mistake it was. It's a long time.
So I
to do that.
want to get the whole picture in my head. So is it you and the 3 kids in the van with the towing something, or did you send them up ahead of you?
We sent them ahead.
So it's just you and your wife.
It's me. I sent my wife ahead.
Oh, so who's with you?
It's me and my buddy. And then it's my.
No, is he still
That
your
took
buddy?
a lot of beer and
Still my
pizza, didn't
buddy.
it?
Yeah, can you help me move? Good point, Christy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll go as long as I have a ticket home. And I was
Sure.
Right there. And so my father-in-law was behind us. This
my.
this great dude. And just all these things went wrong, like flat tires and stuff. And we were in the middle of Canada. We were in Red Deer, Canada.
My God.
I see this.
I wouldn't move there.
My God in heaven.
I wouldn't move there. Do you understand me?
I just can't believe how not self-aware I am as I speak right now, realizing this could have all been
Let's
avoided.
get back to Red Deer, Canada.
And so I see this. My friend's like, "Oh my God, look at that animal!" And we look to the right, and there's just this giant, beautiful elk off to the side of the road. But unbeknownst to me, there was also one in the middle of the road as I was watching the elk, and I hit an elk with my car with a U-Haul trailer with my father, and just destroyed this car, totaled this car. So we got trapped in Red Deer, Alaska for 2 days.
As far as they didn't name it Red Elk.
I know they're like,
After you
the name
hit
of the
it.
town does have an animal in it, you dumbass.
Yeah.
I didn't hit a deer, hit an elk. Yeah. Okay?
Red elk.
Jerk.
And then, they taped my car together, basically. And when we got to Alaska, it was like got totaled. And, you go to the insurance company, and they go, you get this much money for it.
Right.
And I go, you know what? Fairbanks is a very, it's got a lot of bike paths. You can bike everywhere. And so I wanted to see how long I could only ride a bicycle for. Like, we have the minivan for the wife and the kids, but I go, what if I didn't buy another car? I'm gone anyway. And so I now ride, it's been 3 years. I ride a bicycle. I've ridden in negative 60 degree below
Are you
zero.
kidding me?
And I have like dog mushers have these mitts on their handlebar. You get on, you don't even put any gloves on. You just put your hands in these mitts. It's a fat bike. It has
Sure,
big
fat
tires,
tires
yeah.
and it rides.
All right.
And it's you
Settle
guys.
down with fat. Relax.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a bike I have to shop for.
Sounds like a new show. Just send us up there to live with Jamie.
Oh,
Ride a
my
bike.
Fat bikers?
Yeah,
Just with really strong tires.
fat bikers.
Now, Jamie, where you live, what do you have to watch out for? Because you do live in Alaska. We weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Do you hear wolves and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
There's bear. There's no ticks. All the ticks, they
It's
just
too-
freeze and
too
fall to the
cold.
ground. You hear little clinks. Little clinking.
Robert Kelly was right. There's so much I want to ask Jamie. I can't stand it.
And I have no good answers. I feel like I don't know. It's weird being also a new guy in Alaska
you,
too.
you,
'cause it's
you
just
said
you.
your heating bill your highest heating bill is $1,000 a month.
Yeah, because you guys know that you get paid to live in Alaska. Did you know that?
Yes, yes.
You get in.
You get paid to live in
Underwritten?
Alaska?
Yeah. So if you live in, it's when you officially become a hardy soul. It's
Right.
it's if you have to live there for 1 year of residency, and then you basically it's called the permanent fund.
Yes.
And you are sharing in the profits from the pipeline.
Oh.
And so every year you get this money. So people always bring that up to me. They go, "Hey, don't you get all this money?" And it's like $1,000 per person in your family. But my heating bill
Yeah.
is $1,000 a month in the winter. So I always counter with that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yikes! When do you get the check?
And we leave the windows open. I don't know if that's a problem.
Oh, that might
Do
be
you
part of
think
the
that's-
issue. Yeah. That
And do
could-
you ever feel really warm in your house? I really want to know.
You know,
I mean,
not very often. And you also, you got to bundle up, or
Sure.
it would probably be $2,000
Is there like
a
a
month.
blanket store on every corner? Is that blankets are us? Comforter world.
A lot of blanket. You know what you do have to have specially installed in your home?
What?
We moved there in the summer, and I had 3 little kids, and they would not go to sleep because it was like
No.
bright outside.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to have special blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Because I used to drink so much, I didn't need those. I would just black out on my own. And so now, we had to literally have a lady come up. And when my wife told me how much it cost, I was like, just let the kids stay up. Like, I don't even care. They were so expensive. Because you need it to be like so dark or your kids
Yeah.
will not go to sleep.
And then the other part of the year, it's so dark. Isn't it
Depressing?
depressing?
The only thing you said wrong was semi. I think you meant to say it's just depressing.
So do you have those big,
Or totally.
do you have
Totally.
those
would
big
work.
lights that simulate sunshine in your home during those dark periods?
It's very sad there.
You mean like America? You see it as you fly? People do have those, like the, we don't have one.
Oh.
But the fake sun.
The fake
Don't you think
sunlight.
if you're at the store buying a fake sun lamp, you should just be moving?
So you're starting that new
His
comedy
family
club.
dreams of the day that they can buy a fake sun.
Look, the sun's out, Dad. You're holding a fake light. You're not falling for
What are
this.
those called? Isn't it?
There's a name for them. I don't remember.
Yeah, there's some kind of what's that disease called? It's like sad. Isn't it called sad?
Seasonal.
Well, there's seasonal depression.
Seasonal affected disorder,
It's
isn't
called
it?
sad.
Do you think they?
Yes.
You know,
The way my
Yes.
face looks often is called
Doesn't
sad.
Man.
I often wonder about how they name some of this stuff.
Resting sad face.
Do you think the guys were sitting around going, "We got to name this thing," and someone come up was sad, and they started high-fiving. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It describes how nice. And we're our new comedy club, the Sorrow Room. So the new strip joint. It's the Sorrow Room.
Yeah, why wouldn't they call it the smile lamp or something? Make it happy.
Yeah, you think that'd be nice, but this Alaska thing sounds like a great adventure.
It's a great adventure.
How are you from there?
No, I moved there because of a girl. Like my wife grew up there,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to make her happy and see what would happen if I just tried to, make sure the family was. When you're on the road, you don't want to. It's just I stress all the time about just the kids being at home, and this makes me feel a little bit better.
Because she's close to her family and she's got people to help her and support her. While you're gone.
Yeah. Just
Are the kids they dig living in Alaska?
we don't ask them.
They don't know any difference.
They do. Kids do not care. Kids that you guys are gonna love this little. So many fascinating things that I found out when I moved there. Your kids do not care that it's dark.
Yeah.
Your kids do not care how cold it is. They go outside for recess. Would you like to guess how cold it has to be in Alaska for the kid not to go outside?
Do they have an official temperature to cancel?
There's an official temperature.
Wow.
Do we all want to write down a number
you
and
wanna
then he'll
guess?
tell us?
Well, the way you've introduced it, I think it has to be.
I'm going to pick.
something slightly below zero.
Yeah.
Does this include wind chill, or is this just
There's
actual
no
air
wind
temp?
there, is there?
There's no wind there. Even wind doesn't want
Yeah.
to live there.
Man.
No, I've heard that it's not
no
windy
wind.
there.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a
dry
folk song
heat.
from the 60s.
Yeah, it sure
It's like
does.
no
There's
wind
no
chill.
wind
In
because
fabric.
it's too friggin' cold.
Does everybody have a number?
Yes.
I have an
yeah.
idea.
I got
Jamie,
mine.
Jamie, this is the number where it's too cold for the kids to go out for recess in Alaska.
And we're going Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
All right. I got mine. I'm going for -5.
Okay.
I got -20.
I have -30.
I took 0.
Okay.
You
the
were
number?
reasonable.
Minus 25.
You guys, the only one that's really wrong is Chick. The negative is correct. It's Josh Arnold nailed it. -30 degrees.
All right.
No way.
There you go.
Yeah, and
That's not real.
yeah, and they don't care. They
You got hardy kids
and
with hardy
sometimes
souls.
the last school my kid went to, he had 3 short recesses per day, which means snow pants, boots, face mask. You
Face
know,
mask.
That takes a lot of
fascinated.
time to get ready.
Like a ski
That's
mask,
That's a lot of get ready and get unready.
Do they have like a some kind of wicker thing that makes a funny noise to shoo the moose away from the gym?
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Like
that's
they use
exact.
for-
You
like-
described it perfectly.
like they use
It's
for
made of
snakes
wicker.
in Bangladesh.
Right.
Yeah, and they're
Right.
little
Something like
brass.
clicking.
They're little silver balls with
Yeah.
a little metal inside.
Yeah.
You shake them, and
You
it
are
scares the moose
something
away.
else.
Makes
I like to
sense.
think that instead of snow days there, you would actually have like nice days. So like you would wake up and go, "Hey kids, it's 75. School's
it's really funny.
canceled."
The roads are drivable. Everybody stay home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, we're going to celebrate this.
It sounds like they don't have school much. I mean, you're dressing up 3 recesses and then bundling up and unbundling.
Yeah, when do they learn?
And then if it's over 40, you get to go outside.
It is funny. I said to my kid, "What'd you learn today?" And he just said to put my boots on. So I think you're right.
Well,
They don't. You're right. It is. It is. I don't know about the curriculum. I didn't ask those
You should
questions.
check into that.
do the kids get the money too? By the way,
Everybody in their household, right?
yeah, the kids do get the money. Like it sort of goes to your parents until you're 18. But yeah,
And you guys save it, right?
yeah, sure.
Do the bars fill up the day after the checks come out,
They do.
and people go on like a week-long binge with their government money?
Yes, it's very similar to like a like the old bonuses that you would get. Yeah, people go a little bit nuts. They have like when they'll be like, oh, you get your income tax. They go, hey, we're having an income tax sale at the dealership. You're getting your tax refund. They do that in Alaska with, hey, it's the permanent fund. Why don't
So
you,
all the commercials then are for. Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting.
What
permanent
day does
fund.
that hit?
It just hit.
Oh,
That's how we got
flush
here.
today.
That's how I was able to fly here.
Now, is it also correct that Alaska has the most pilots per capita?
I don't know.
I think that's the private pilots per capita. I think general
What a
aviation.
Well, how do you
Oh,
think you
okay.
get around?
That would make sense.
What a man, what a private
No,
pilot.
you
what a
gotta,
citizen.
you gotta get around.
I often sometimes even with these questions, I feel a little out of my element because I am so not an Alaska guy. Because you understand, I'm not like a guy. Like I don't have any tools.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can't borrow a saw from me. And all the guys that I live around are like these guys that have built like cabins and like when my father-in-law picked me up from the airport the first time I ever met him, he moved a saw from the passenger seat to make room for me. Like I think it was a saw. It might have been a hammer. I don't know a lot about tools. And I remember my wife just the other day she'll forget that I'm this guy that doesn't do anything, and I was at the coffee shop and she said, I got a job here. You got to get home. I got a job here for a man. I need a man. You got to get home. And so I'm not kidding at all. On the way home, I picked up a man and brought him with me.